So I want to talk about why some Anambra people pronounce the as Roy. It's important to note that this is not something that is peculiar to just Anambra people. Yes. It is not something that is peculiar to us. I had to include myself in the picture because I'm an Anambra babe. Yes. I notice everything about Anambra people is always it's always, well, how will I describe it? He's always, in fact, it's always popular among people, mostly among Nigerians. Anything peculiar to maybe something that Anambra people do, every state will have to know that this is them, this is what they do. So I don't know anything about us is hot, but it's fine. But it's important to know that this is not a problem that is peculiar to us. It's not even a problem at all. Speaking good English shouldn't be attributed to intelligence. It shouldn't be attributed to smartness. It shouldn't be attributed to wealth. Yes. Some of these people that have this L and R issue, some of them places they can enter. You and I cannot enter there. Yes. It's not about speaking English. It's not about it. It's not about having the how to pronounce the right ways for rice. Instead of saying rice, you say lies. Instead of saying room, you say loom. It's not about it. Some of them, what they have in their account, the weight of their account, if the weight of their account fall on you. But that is not what this video is all about. Now, I want you to know that this is not a problem that is peculiar to us. It's not. Some of my secondary classes, secondary school classes, I didn't do it here in Nigeria. Yes. Then I had this classmate from the West. I don't want to mention any state, from the West. So whenever the person wants to say anything like short, he will say sort. And this is something I noticed that is common among them. But as time goes on, I find out that is mother tongue interference. For people that studied linguistics, they will agree with me that we have L1 and we have L2 when it comes to language learning and appreciation. We have L1 and L2. And what is the L1? The L1 has to do with your mother's tongue. That is our native language. Just like myself. I am Adeze Abumwa for Igbo. I'm an Igbo girl. Abumwa for Igbo. It's in Anambra State. So, this is my language. Before English is my language. So now I want to touch on another aspect again before I venture into why this is an issue or keep occurring. There is this guy. I met him. I came in contact with him. He's from South. I don't want to mention any state in South. He's from South. So when they ask him what is his name, he says his name is Emmanuel. Emmanuel, what is Emmanuel? Instead of Emmanuel, he say Emmanuel. But this is mother tongue interference. That does not mean this person is not intelligent. This person is not brilliant. Maybe as we can say, that does not mean he's not brilliant. Or that does not mean he's not smart. You get the point? Now, one day I was going through Facebook, yes, So I saw this influencer. I don't know the country, but it's not in Nigerian. It's not Nigeria. I don't know. Zambia, I'm not certain, but it's something that side. So he was asking which tribe, okay, who are the people, yes, in their country that pronounce li as re. I was very shocked. I had to start going through the comment section. Come and see the tribe they are mentioning. I was like, is it not the same problem that some people in Nigeria, some states in Nigeria, in fact, that always attributed to Anambra people, whereas there are other tribes outside Nigeria that are having this same issue, and that is mother tongue. It's not even an issue. It is not. It is not. Okay, now why some people who are educated, they feel like they are educated because they are opportune to be able to know how to pronounce these words. Why they use it against these people that don't know how to pronounce these words correctly? Why they use it against them is because we are opportune to grow up in a community where they don't pronounce things like that. You know, environment, community affects one's language. Yes. Take for instance now, the Northerners, the call Northerners. When the person wants to say president, they say president. People, FIFO. But that does not mean the person doesn't know what he or she is trying to say. No, that is mother tongue interference. But we always laugh at it. We always use it against each other. Now, a white man, for we Africans, we are very brilliant too. You see the way we try to speak the white man's language. A white man in his own community cannot learn to speak our language the way we speak their language. Yes. No matter how you teach the person in the house, once the person go out, the person gets to meet people who speak his language, just like a white man. You just bring a white man to a house, maybe the person is living with you in your house in US or anywhere that is maybe British country or American country. The person is living there with you. American states, sorry. The person is living there with you and you're teaching the person your language. It can be Igbo, it can be Yoruba, it can be Hausa, and you're teaching the person the language. The person will learn in the house. Once the person goes out, the person will have to interact with other people in their language. But you know that that particular white man cannot get your language correctly. No matter how you teach the person. This is why when you see some influencers or some creators, when they go out to interview them in the street, you see how they pronounce some of our words. But most of you will sit and say, ow, 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 he tried. You'll be happy. You are impressed. In as much as he did not get it correctly, you are impressed. You are surprised because a white man is speaking your language. Why you that is, or you have a brother that is speaking a white man's language and the person makes mistake, instead of you to correct the person with love, instead of you to even appreciate the person as the person is speaking English, you are yapping the person, you are making mockery of the person. But a white man will not pronounce your language correctly. You'll be very impressed. You'll be very happy. White man is speaking your language that something that is not correct. You cannot make mockery of the white man. You will applaud him. You will applaud her. So now, just like I said, environment is a factor that causes this problem. Those people you see, they pronounce R as L. We that you see that pronounce R as L, because I'm going to include myself in the picture, that pronounce R as L. It is not our fault. It is the community we grew up. We go to school. If you check these places, we go to school. When we go to school, they teach us with English. Even some of our teachers, they don't have this pronunciation correctly. Most private schools, they can't even afford to employ professional teachers. Who would teach a language better than the owners of the language? You say you are teaching English. You are not a British woman. You are not an American woman. You are teaching English. There is no way you would teach the language or speak the language better than the owner of the language. There is no way. So some of our teachers, they have this pronunciation issue. And now we go to school, they teach us, we come back home. It is only in school you get to see us speak English. Then we'll come back home, we enter the market. We have to, if we want to get things in the market, we have to interact with our people in their language. We interact with them in their language. Now we speak Igbo in outside the school. Even some schools, they don't even use English to speak. Go to some schools in the north. Go to some schools in the west. They have to. They use their language. Even some subject teachers, they don't use English to speak to teach. They think that English has to do with only when you are teaching English that is an English teacher. No. Whereas the subject they are teaching, everything is written in, even their syllabus is in English. But they use their native language to teach. And they believe that if the students are not doing well in English, it is the fault of the English teacher. If the student didn't speak well, they will be pointing at the English teacher. How is it the fault of the English teacher? Whereas you can't leave everything on the English teacher. No, it is not. So now this is not a problem that is peculiar to Anambra people. But it doesn't mean that we found ourselves in it, we should remain there. No. So that I am saying it is not your fault or it is not our fault doesn't mean you should remain there. You can try your best to see how you come out of it. It is the community, it is the environment that has made you that way. Yes. But if you can come out of it, it's fine. You start learning. There are a lot of YouTube videos in the internet. I don't want this video is already too long, so I try to kind of come closer to what I'm saying. So there are a lot of YouTube videos in the internet you can find on TikTok where you learn how to pronounce these sounds. You might not speak correctly, but you can go out of it. Just like when you want to say re, instead of saying re, you say li. So it's not. Then people that are saying, and some other people, not FIFO. So, and some other, but I am not making mockery of anyone. It is our mother's tongue. Okay, it is the environment we find ourselves in. And English is our second language, not our first language. But that doesn't mean we should remain in it. Yes, we can come out, we can learn. Learning continues. Learning is a continuous process. Learning continues till we leave this earth. We learn every day. So you can learn. Use YouTube videos. A lot of go to YouTube and type phonetic sounds. English phonetic sounds. You will see a lot of video on it. Go to TikTok, the same thing. You find, I don't know whether you find on Facebook, but these are places I know you can find and you will learn. So don't get intimidated when anyone tries to make mockery of you. Don't get intimidated. You can learn. All right, thank you. And do not forget to like this video. You can share with your friends. Comment. If you are seeing it on YouTube, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you are seeing it on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, please do not forget to follow me. And thank you so much. I appreciate. My name is Adeze. You see.